Um, um, got it. Great to see you. So just one quick question. John Quo was Player of the Month in August. Can you just please tell everyone why JJ deserves to be 2021 WNBA MVP?
Yeah. It's good to see you too. I think she deserves it because she's put in so much work behind the scenes, and just to see her growth in the time that I've been with the Connecticut Sun with her, it's been amazing to watch. And the numbers speak for itself. So I think she's just having a great year. And I couldn't support her more, couldn't be behind her more in this fight for the MVP.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Robin, Alexa was on, correct? Oh, she's back? Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
There she goes. Hey, Alexa, can you hear us all right?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. If you have any questions for Breezy, you can go ahead. Pepper just asked her question.
Okay. Sorry for being late, and I'm sorry if you already asked this by Pepper. But I was just curious if you could give us a rundown of just like keys to the game for tonight. You guys are well familiar with the Wings, but obviously playing on a road in a game where I'm sure you're trying to just like take that extra step towards securing, 1 or 2 seed. What are you guys zeroing in on?
I think for us, it's just about focusing on what we can do to be better. We know what our goals are for the season. We want to, get a top 2 seed going into the playoffs. So I think it's just, staying the course with that, and then just coming out strong. We want to start the game off how we've been starting, and just continue growing from there. I think it's going to come down to the little things and doing everything we can, executing offensively and defensively. But I think it's just focusing on us. We gotta get better and play our game.
So with you guys having that long break in between games, I know you had some time to focus on yourselves in practice. Did you focus more so on offense or defense?
I think we did both. There's things we can improve on both ends of the floor. We've done such a great job defensively, but we don't want to lose that. So it's definitely, continue to work on that. And there's some game slippage that we had. So I think just working on those, cleaning up some things, and then offensively just finding new ways, different things that we can do within the game to get better and clean up some things that way too.
So this is something that Brandy and Bree January talked about yesterday, but I'm curious to get your thoughts on it. Someone basically asked them what was the difference between kind of the defense you're able to do with AT last year or prior years versus now. And I think what they said mostly was basically that you have to play better team defense without her on the floor. So I'm curious what your perspective on that is. Like, what has been the biggest difference, especially since you've been so successful this year, even without her on the court?
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's we definitely have more team defensive minded this year, just because trying to be there for everybody, helping each other, doing what we can behind the scenes, like behind each other in the rotations. But I think with her, she just brings her own kind of defensive tenacity, and she like brings her own energy, so she gets steals that way, and that leads to our offense. But I think with us this year, it's just been focusing on our game plan and really executing it down to the letter, so that's what's allowed us to be successful.
Great. Thank you. That's all for me, Annette.
Right. Thanks.
Thanks, Alexa. Breezy, you're all set.
Hello, everybody.
Pepper, you can go ahead and ask the first question.
Hi, Kyla. Great to see you. I just asked Breezy this, but I wanted to get your opinion on it too. So John Quo was Player of the Month in August. Can you just please tell everyone why John Quo deserves to be MVP?
Yeah, you guys see it every single night when she steps on the floor. She's just a versatile threat from the 3-point line to posting up to mid-range to pushing in transition, being able to drive to the basket. And you just see she just gets out after every single day she steps on the floor, even when it doesn't feel like she, has a good game, like a breakout game, you look up and she still has 20 points and 10 rebounds, but also she's just good at finding her teammates and just playing hard. And so I'm just glad that she's starting to get, more of the recognition that she deserves. She's worked very, very hard for this, and I'm glad to witness and be a part of it.
Thank you so much.
Of course, nice seeing you.
Alexa?
Hey, Kyla, asking different people this today and yesterday, but I'm curious, what would you say are the differences in how the team plays defense this year without AT versus last year with AT? Especially because I know Kurt's talked about how she's really the linchpin typically of what the team can do defensively, but you guys have been able to be such a great team on that end of the floor, even without her stepping foot on the court so far.
Yeah, so I mean, as a team, we try to hang our hat on defense, and AT, she's just such a competitive player. Last year was always pushing us, challenging us. They call her the engine of our team because she makes us go. But knowing that we weren't going to have her this year, unfortunately, because of her injury, we knew we had to step up, especially on that end, and just making sure we try to make up for what she brought for us. And then one of the best things that happened was we got JJ back this year, which is a rim protector, can guard, multiple positions, get on the boards. And she just helped elevate our defense too without AT. So, it's very exciting to think when we do add AT back, when she's, fully healthy, we're just going to have a really good defensive team and we're just going to build. So we just knew we had to make up for what AT brought last year and what she brings every single time she steps in the court. And yeah, that just challenged us to just be better. And we know our defense kind of leads to our defense leads to our offense, gives us that energy, but it also it just, motivates us and fuels us. You always hear the saying that defense wins championships, and that's what we're trying to do. So we really try to hang our hat on defense.
As a player who prides herself on her defense, and then obviously some of the other newer players, I guess it was mostly last year, like with DB coming in, Bree January coming in, they're obviously more defensive-minded players too. Was there always that kind of commitment to the defensive end of the floor? Because I know other players have talked about how, you don't always get that from players and teams because, there's such a focus on offense.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's always been, since I played, one of the things I always pride myself on. Yes, you can put the ball in the basket, but can you stop the other team from putting the ball in the basket? And so I always wanted to be able to be good on both sides of the ball. And I have teammates like Breon January should be Defensive Player of the Year, the way she just attacks the game every single day, whether it's in practice or the game. It's a good model for me to watch. Every single day I just learn on how she guards certain players, and she's usually guarding the best player on the other team. And I want to get to that point too. So, DB is a terror. She can guard multiple positions, being so long and active. She can guard, multiple guard positions, but can be in the post, and she's just versatile too. And so I have good role models to look at, as I'm learning the league every single day. But yeah, adding those two pieces definitely help elevate. And once we, get our full team together, we'll be a really, really good defensive team.
Great, thank you.
Of course.
All right. Thanks, Kyla. Thanks, Pepper
Thank
and
you.
Alexa.
Bye,
Thanks,
Kristen.
Annette. See you after the game. Or for Kurt.